The following is a presentation of Lion's Heart Media. Any use, rebroadcast, or redistribution of this broadcast without the express written consent of Lion's Heart Media is strictly prohibited. White looks to throw. He wants Boyd deep. Help over the top. Boyd adjusts. 1,000 and a score. Wilson drives in. She scores. Jensen, Grayson, give and go. Jensen elevates and she slams it down again. Arlo, top of the box, a drive, and he fires it in. This Concannon hammers the back line. Striplings fires it up. Spencer in space. Just got it. Touchdown, Sarah Catholic. Blocks quick out to Martin. Breaks the tackle. Martin cuts far side. There goes Quinton. See you later. One play. Touchdown, Leopards. Quinton Martin for 6 from 36. It's WPIAL Section Softball 4A Section 2 action here on MVI Live as an all-Mon Valley matchup between the West Mifflin Titans and the Belle Vernon Area Leopards. The 2-3 West Mifflin Titans taking on the 2-4 Belle Vernon Area Leopards as these two teams start section play here this afternoon on MVI Live. The Leopards coming off of what was in their last contest. Hey, if my papers want to cooperate with me up here. A 10-3 loss to the Southmoreland Scotties. They've lost back-to-back, 9-6 to TJ last win, 9-5 over Albert Gallatin. As on the other side, West Mifflin coming in 2-3. They have lost their last two, 8-4 and 7-3 to Plum and Seton LaSalle. Sarah Catholic 6-0 was the last victory for the West Mifflin Titans as a plethora of games have been postponed due to the weather in the area today, but all turf field, and we're set for some section softball between the Leps and the Warriors as Belle Vernon dealing with injuries just as West Mifflin is. Coach Tom Rodriguez without a couple of key components on his roster. No Sokol, no Bella Williams, and that is two big losses for the Belle Vernon Leopards, not having Katie Sokol and not having Bella Williams here this afternoon as they start section play. Katie Sokol, just 4 ABs, was 3 for 4 on the season before getting injured with 3 runs batted in for Sokol. And on the other side, the other injury we mentioned, Bella Williams, 5 for 10 on the year with a long ball and 6 runs batted in. So that's 2 big Belle Vernon bats not in the lineup here today with injuries. On the other side, of course, mentioned injuries as well for the West Mifflin Titans as they are without their Point Park commit, Callie Ignat, who is out with a broken foot for the time being. Again, talking to Coach Hillsburg earlier today, said a lot of underclassmen getting some playing time this year. No seniors in the starting lineup with their Point Park commit out with a broken foot, but said they need to put a complete game together in all facets, get rolling, very inconsistent early, but feel like they are close. And again, you don't have to be necessarily good early on. It's just, hey, can you be good once section play rolls around, that you're in the playoffs, and then once the playoffs are here, that you're rolling at the right time. As Belle Vernon last year, this was a team that was expected to go very far off their district title 2 seasons ago, and they were expected to be led by Talia Ross, who is now at Lock Haven. Ross missed the entirety of the season basically last year, and Belle Vernon went to a Crawford-Grisnick pitching duo, and that was not necessarily the recipe for success. Belle Vernon did end up as a 6 seed, but was bounced in the first round to the Blackhawk Cougars. As these two teams last met in the 2023 postseason, that was when Belle Vernon was 2-1 victors over the West Mifflin Titans en route to their district title over the Montour Spartans. as Belle Vernon has won the last 3 meetings in 2022, 15-0 and 12-8. Last West Mifflin win came back in 2021. It was an 18-10 victory in the last 10 meetings. West Mifflin's won 4, Belle Vernon's won 6. Somebody's going 1-0 here in Section play in 4A Section 2 today. EF, Uniontown, West Mifflin, Belle Vernon, LH, Oakland Catholic, and Ringgold make up 4A Section 2. As West Mifflin, they'll be looking for what will be their 7th straight playoff appearance this year. Also would be their 7th straight double-digit win season if they can corral it this year. Of course, their lone senior starter out with an injury going to Point Park, a team that, last season relied exclusively on Riley Dobnak, a 1.08 ERA entering play today, but they do have a number 2 this year, maybe ease the load a little bit for Dobnak, who's starting her 4th game of the season, has given up just 4 earned runs, 8 total in 26 innings of work for Riley Dobnak of the West Mifflin Titans here as we get set for section softball, and we will take a look at the starting batting order for the Belle Vernon area Leopards here this afternoon. As Miley Hayes, the sophomore shortstop, she will lead things off for Coach Tom Rodriguez. Maddie Grisnick, the junior pitcher, she bats second, with Lauren Van Divner, the senior third baseman, in the 3-hole. Taylor Beach, she bats cleanup, the junior at first base, with Lily Crawford following in the 5 spot. The junior will be out in right field here this afternoon. Mia Zubovic, the Mercyhurst commit, slow, sluggish start to the season, just a 200 average, 1 long ball, 3 runs batted in for Zubovic. She will bat in the 6th spot. Kaylee Seipolt, the sophomore second baseman, bats 7th, with Paisley Hibner, the freshman, out in left field batting 8th. Sydney Calloway, the junior, in center field, will bat 9th. Again, no Bella Williams, no Katie Sokol for the Belle Vernon Leopards here this afternoon. As Belle Vernon without 2 starters, Ignat the 1 starter out on the other end. As it's Hayes, Grisnick, Van Divner, Beach, Crawford, Zubovic, Seipolt, Hibner, and Callaway for the Belle Vernon area Leopards. On the other side for the West Mifflin Titans, they will go with Taylor Kravanik, the sophomore left fielder, leading off. Kaylee Tatters, the junior, out in center field. She will bat in the 2-hole for the Titans. Riley Dobnak, the junior pitcher, in the 3 spot, with Mia Bay, the lone Titan, to go deep batting cleanup, with Adeline Salopek batting in the 5 spot. Aubrey Jaskolski, the junior, she bats 6th. She'll be out at third base, with Belly Simak, the freshman DP, batting 7th in replace of Samantha Tomko, the junior second baseman. Breezy Dobnak, the freshman catcher, she bats 8th, with Abby Jakubovic in the 9 spot for the 2 and 3 Titans. Kravanik, Tatters, Dobnak, Bay, Salopek, Jaskolski, Simak, Dobnak, and Jakubovic, with Tomko not hitting but playing the field for the West Mifflin Titans. It's the Titans, it's the Leopards, it's section softball getting set to get underway. We will take a break, step aside, first pitch when we come back right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live.
With local coverage of news, sports, and more, make sure you subscribe to the Mon Valley Independent newspaper. Both print and e-edition subscriptions are available, and you can try the e-edition free for 30 days starting today. So make sure you log on to MonValleyIndependent.com for more information. Mon Valley Independent, what happens here matters here.
Titans, Leopards, MVI Live, our 7th game of the season. Again, weather this week not looking mighty pretty at all. A plethora of games postponed today, bumped till Wednesday. There is some weather in the area, a little bit of maybe scattered showers throughout the afternoon. Should not affect us. Looks like it may be staying a little south of where we are at right now, down back around Belle Vernon. Maybe going to get a little more rain than we're going to have here at West Mifflin as we get set for section softball, first section matchup of the season. But we'll take a look at also our schedule ahead here on MVI Live this week. Tomorrow, supposed to be the one nice day of the week. We're going to be out at Portview Athletic Association and what should be a dandy between two of the favorites in 1A in section play, Eden Christian and Sarah Catholic, will play from Portview. We'll have that one tomorrow on the network as well. Those two teams scheduled to play at Eden today. So we'll have that one for you tomorrow. Wednesday, it's going to be a makeup game, again, weather permitting, between Belle Vernon and Ringgold up at Ken Griffey Senior Field. That game was supposed to be today, got postponed, and now is at Ken Griffey Senior Field on Wednesday, 4 o'clock start on that one. So that's our scheduled game now on Wednesday. Thursday looks like another washout, but it won't matter for us. We'll be back to West Jefferson Hills, and we'll be taking our second look at the men's volleyball team for the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars, as the Jaguars will take on the Brentwood Spartans, looking for 3 straight wins after knocking off Baldwin in 4 sets last Thursday in their last game. So we'll have Thomas Jefferson volleyball on Thursday, and then again, depending what happens on Wednesday, is Friday's even a possibility. We know Belle Vernon's at California. That's press box accessible with a weather rainy forecast. We also know EF's at home, press box available, and that's what we're looking at, just like we have here at these beautiful facilities at West Mifflin. It's the Leopards, it's the Titans, it's the section opener in 4A Section 2. First meeting since the 2023 WPIL postseason. And both teams dealing with injuries here this afternoon. Belle Vernon coming into the year, they knew, hey, we have to find a way to pitch. That's going to be a big, big thing coming into this year. Talia Ross didn't pitch last year with that Achilles injury. Went to Crawford and Grisnick, who once again in the spotlight. And Coach Rodriguez said it was kind of, up in the air with whichever girl took it was going to get it coming into the year. He said both the girls worked really hard in the offseason during workouts. Both got stronger, and their pitches looking a lot sharper than they did last year. But pitching has been a struggle, as Belle Vernon has given up 56 runs in 6 games. That's 9.3 runs against per game, scoring 6.1 per game on the other side for the Belle Vernon Leopards, of course, led by Zubovic, the Merciers commit, and the Potomac State recruit Lauren Van Divner. Of course, lost a plethora of players from that championship team. They had Metikosh on that team, Olivia Kolowitz, Lexi Daniels. Then last year, again, a ton of talent left as well. You lost the likes of Ava Zubovic, who missed last year with an injury. You also lose Talia Ross, and then you have these injuries to boot as well for the Belle Vernon Leopards. As we get set to get underway, the section opener, it's the Leps, it's the Titans, it's the WPIAL 4A Section 2 opener from West Mifflin, the Titans and the Leopards, as Mon Valley rivalry renewed, as these two teams back in the same section with Elizabeth forward. And talking to Coach Hilligsberg earlier today, he said, not just the travel thing, but it's nice to get back in this same section. And, for me, I'm ecstatic to have West Mifflin back in the same section as EF and Belle Vernon, as we will step aside playing of the national anthem, come back, and first pitch when we come back right here on MVI Live.
The 34th Annual Mon Valley Home Show happening this weekend at CFS Bank Event Center, Route 51, Ross Draver Township. Friday 2 to 7, Saturday 10 to 7, and Sunday 10 to 5. Plenty of free parking. Come out and support your local businesses. Everything from gutter protection, heating and AC, roofing, siding, windows, or just grab a snack. There is something for everyone at the Mon Valley Home Show.
Anthem played, softball on deck here on MVI Live. The Leopards, the Titans, it's the 4A Section 2 opener here between West Mifflin and Belle Vernon. Once again, taking a look at the starting batting order for the Belle Vernon Leopards. 2-4 under head coach Tom Rodriguez. It's the sophomore shortstop leading things off, Miley Hayes, 429 on the season, 1 long ball, 6 runs batted in for Miley Hayes. Maddie Grisnick, the junior right-handed pitcher, she'll bat second. 316 on the season, 1 run batted in for Maddie Grisnick. Lauren Van Divner, the senior third baseman, she bats in the 3-hole, 278 on the year, 2 runs batted in, with Taylor Beach batting cleanup, the junior first baseman, 412 on the year. With the average, she's driven in 4. Lily Crawford out in right field will follow. 500 hitter on the season with Zubovic batting 6th. The Mercyhurst commit will do the catching here this afternoon for the Belle Vernon Leopards. Kaylee Seipelt, the sophomore second baseman, she bats in the 7-hole, and batting 8th will be Paisley Hibner, the freshman left fielder. Sydney Calloway, junior center fielder, bats 9th for Belle Vernon. Hayes, Grisnick, Van Divner, Beach, Crawford, Zubovic, Seipelt, Hibner, and Calloway for Coach Tom Rodriguez. Without Katie Sokol and without Bella Williams, they will be opposed by the right-hander Riley Dobnak. 108 ERA over 26 innings of work, 8 runs against, just 4 earned, surrendering 16 hits, striking out 30 batters while walking 13 to a 2-2 record. Opponents batting just 167 against the junior right-hander Dobnak this season. As Belle Vernon West Mifflin, the section opener this afternoon on this beautiful facility, beautiful turf put in the off-season, new turf here at West Mifflin, and absolutely gorgeous lights put in as well. You can see them straight across as you can also tell on your camera how the wind is whipping, but that will allow, maybe for some double, triple headers to come for the WPIO and PIAA playoffs. Miley Hayes, 429 on the year, 1 long ball, 6 runs batted in this year for the leadoff hitter for the Leps, Miley Hayes. Riley Dobnak, long look in, rocks and deals. First pitch outside, ball 1, 4:05 underway here from West Mifflin this afternoon. 1-0 on Miley Hayes. Dobnak, the 1-0 offering to Hayes. Hayes takes, that one misses as well, and 2-0 quickly the count on Hayes. 429 in her sophomore season. And Belle Vernon got the 6th seed last year. Were unable to out-hit Blackhawk, as the Blackhawk Cougars had their way with Belle Vernon, both baseball and softball, as the Leps baseball and softball teams fell in the first round to Blackhawk. Belle Vernon was the 1 seed in baseball, 3-0. Hayes takes out her third, and it's a 4-pitch walk to start the afternoon for Miley Hayes. So Hayes at first with nobody out for Belle Vernon, and now Maddie Grisnick, the junior pitcher. So Dobnak will try to reset. 14th walk of the season, working in her 27th inning of the year. Seems like she does not like the grip she was getting on the softball, as Dobnak was the workhorse last year, expected to be this year, but does have a number 2. There's strike 1 to Maddie Grisnick. The junior pitcher, 316 hitter on the season. First strike by Dobnak, trying to prevent any damage here in the early going. And so important to pick up section wins with teams you're expecting to be fighting with early on, as Grisnick fouls it off the backstop. 0-2 now on Maddie Grisnick. Hayes at first, nobody out. 4-pitch walk now, an 0-2 count on the 2-hole hitter Grisnick, with the Potomac State recruit Lauren Van Divner on deck. 0-2 to Grisnick. Grisnick take. Hayes. Long shuffle off the bag. No advancement. 1-2 now here on the right-hander Grisnick. Belle Vernon, they've won the last 3 meetings. Last meeting came in the postseason of 2023, 2-1. Swing and a miss. There's the punch out. As out number 1. Walk to strikeout as down goes Grisnick. Dobnak retires her first.
Now batting number 18,
Van Divner, 278 here in the early going for the senior third baseman. Jaskolski at third, Jakubovic at short, Tomko at second with Salopek at first. Breezy Dobnak catching her sister Riley. Strike one by Dobnak in there. Kravanik, Tatters, and Bay left to right in the Titan outfield. So Dobnak, a sluggish start to the opening hitter of the game, Hayes, but has found her groove here. 1-1 now on Van Divner. A lot of pop for Van Divner. 197 down the lines. 200 to straightaway center, 198 to the power alleys. As 1-2 now, Van Divner falls behind Dobnak. Working back after the leadoff walk, now looking for back-to-back punch-outs. 1-2 count on Van Divner. Section opener, Hayes over at first off the leadoff walk. 1-2 home. Swing foul tip. Hauled in by Dobnak. 2 up, 2 down. Back-to-back punch-outs. So Beach, a .412 hitter with 4 runs batted in, a leadoff walk, and now Dobnak back-to-back Hayes will turn her attention to the left-hander. The junior up over 400 in the early going. First lefty Dobnak will face. 32 punch-outs now on the season here in 26 2/3. Swing and a miss. Hayes goes, throw down high, and it's a stolen base for Miley Hayes. So the Leopards have a runner in scoring position with 2 away. So a 2-out hit may be away from the Leopards, taking a 1-0 lead. Offense has not been the issue this year for Belle Vernon. Over 6 runs per game for Belle Vernon, but the Leopards, on the other hand, giving up over 9. 0-1 on Beach, make it 0-2. So Hayes at second with 2 away. 0-2 count on Beach. Riley Dobnak looking to strike out 3 in a row. Checks the wristband. Hayes at second. 0-2. Beach has to duck out of the way of that one. Now 1-2 on Taylor Beach. And Belle Vernon, formidable talent, has been in and out of this program consistently over the last 4 or 5 years. And of course, you had Marin Medikosh, who for a time being is outside now 2-2. Didn't think she was ever going to get out. Went to Connecticut State now at Ashland. Of course, the Zubovic sisters. Mia still on the team. Ava at Mercyhurst. Swing and a miss. Dobnak strikes out a trio. So a leadoff walk, 3 straight strikeouts by Dobnak. Hayes left stranded aboard. Has no runs, no hits, no errors, and the Leopards leave one. We've played 1/2 inning here on MVI Live. Your score, the Belle Vernon area Leopards, 0. The West Mifflin Titans coming to bat right here on MVI Live, as it's going to be Grisnick on the bump, taking on this Titan lineup here this afternoon. Maddie Grisnick will oppose Taylor Kravanik in the leadoff spot. The sophomore out in left field. Kylie Tatters, the junior center fielder, she bats second. With the pitcher in the 3-hole, that's Riley Dobnak. Mia Bay will bat clean up the sophomore out in right field with Adeline Salopek following inside the 5-hole over at first base for the sophomore. Batting in the 6th spot, that's Aubrey Jaskolski, the junior third baseman. Bella Sigmat, the freshman DP, she will bat 7th in replace of Samantha Tomko. Batting 8th will be Breezy Dobnak, the freshman catcher, with Abby Jakubovic, the sophomore shortstop, batting 9th. Kravanik, Tatters, Dobnak, Bay, Salopek, Jaskolski, Simak, Dobnak, and Jakubovic, with Tomko flexed out of the order here this afternoon against Maddie Grisnick. So the Belle Vernon right-hander gets set for her first inning of work. Leopards had a leadoff walk. And 3 straight strikeouts. Was mentioning some of that talent that left Belle Vernon. Lexi Daniels, another one who went on to play at the next level. This was the site of Belle Vernon's upset over EF, making their way to the championship game. Grand slam in there for Medikosh. Home run by Zubovic. That was Ava. Belle Vernon brought the bats in. Shocked Elizabeth forward here in the semifinals a few seasons ago. As digging in, Taylor Kravanik, 2:14 here. Through 5 games on the year. Grisnick, first pitch in her third, paints the black for strike 1. Third baseman Van Divner playing in. 0-1 bunt shown right to Van Divner. Van Divner across to the second baseman. Seipold covering. 1 up, 1 down on the 5-4 retirement of Kravanik. It's Van Divner at third, Taylor Beach over at first, Hayes at short with Seipold at second, Grisnick pitching, Mia Zubovic doing the catching here this afternoon, Hibner in left with Callaway in center, and Lily Crawford in right field for the Belle Vernon area Leopards here this afternoon. 1 up, 1 down against Maddie Grisnick is now a conclave between our 2 umpires. Here's the infield will come in and meet with Grisnick as well. They were kind of, I think, debating if that got a piece of Kravanik and was going to be a foul ball. Instead, no foul ball, 1 up, 1 down. Kylie Tatters, the junior, 2:14 as well on the season for the lefty. And weather seems to be cooperating for the time being. Pitch comes home. First pitch, strike 1. Oh, 1 count, 1 out, nobody on Tatters. Grisnick rocks and deals, floats 1 in, and 1-1 the count moves. Scoreless game, bottom of the first. Leadoff walk to Miley Hayes in the top half, then Dobnak struck out a trio. The 1-1 by Maddie Grisnick in the air, right side. Pop up on the infield. Ella Seipold, or Kaylee Seipold under it. Puts the grab on. 2 up, 2 down. So a P4 for out number 2. Riley Dobnak, the junior. Second highest average on the squad so far through 5 games. That's at 300. Lone home run for West Mifflin belongs to Bay. She's on deck. 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the first. As Grisnick comes home, pitcher versus pitcher, strike 1 out her third. As Maddie Grisnick works ahead of Riley Dobnak. And this playing surface put in during the offseason here at West Mifflin. Again, absolutely beautiful as Dobnak has the strings pulled out. There's strike 2. Grisnick works ahead looking for her first punch out. As Coach Tom Rodriguez trying to get his squad their first section win of the season. As another year at the helm, Coach Hilligsburg trying to do the same, and now 1-2 on Riley Dobnak. And West Mifflin, EF, Belle Vernon, I think they belong in the same section. Glad to have that again. Popped up, back to the circle. Grisnick wants it. Ball meets leather, 3 up, 3 down. Ground out and a couple of infield pop-ups. No runs, no hits, no errors, no Titan threat in the first. We've played 1 full inning, and it's scoreless here from West Mifflin on your home from On Valley Athletics, MVI Live.
There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee, Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community and More.
Crawford will start us here in the second. Then it's Zubovic and Seipolt to follow. That's 5, 6, 7 in the Leopard order. First pitch, ball 1 to Lily Crawford here in the top of inning number 2. Scoreless game, top of the second. Riley Dobnak a walk and 3 strikeouts to her ledger thus far. Crawford 500 here on the season. Takes out her third, and the count now evens up at 1 apiece here in the top of the second. Pitch comes home. Crawford swing and a miss. 1 and 2 now on Lily Crawford. Crawford, the junior right fielder. Pitch comes home. Crawford hacks and misses. Or actually, it was a 2-1 count. Excuse me. Thought one of those was called a strike on the outer third. So even it up at 2 and 2 on Crawford. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out here in the top of the second inning. Dobnak rocks and deals 2-2. Swing and a miss. 4 in a row for Riley Dobnak. As she strikes out 4 straight Leopards, looking to make it 5. And it's been a tough start for Mia Zubovic. 200 on the season for the senior. Does have a lot of pop, though, in that bat, Zubovic. See if she can put a charge into one here. First pitch takes outside, ball 1 by Dobnak. 1-0 on the Mercyhurst commit. Will join her sister Ava there next year. The 1-0 to Mia Zubovic outside again. 2-0 now on Mia Zubovic, working into a hitter's count. Zubovic takes again. This time Dobnak paints the black. 2-1 on Zubovic. 1 out, nobody on. Leopards have struck out 4 straight times after the leadoff walk of Miley Hayes. Kaylee Seipolt on deck. Zubovic fouls it off right side past the first base bag. Now 2-2 on Mia Zubovic. And no Williams, no Sokol. Gracie Sokol, another one of the graduates from last year's team for Belle Vernon, who started at first base for the Leps. 2-2. Zubovic takes again. Now 3-2 on Mia Zubovic. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the second. Scoreless game between the Titans and the Leopards. Payoff pitch by Riley Dobnak. Strike 3 looking on the outer third. Dobnak fans another. And Belle Vernon has struck out 5 straight times here with 2 away in the top of the second inning. First backwards K for Riley Dobnak. 5 straight punch-outs by the junior, up to 35 strikeouts on the season in 27 2/3 inning of work. Kaylee Seipolt, 222 on the year. Takes ball 1, so once again, Dobnak falls ahead, or falls behind. 4 straight wide ones to start the game, then she struck out her last 5. They didn't like something about getting a grip on the softball to that first hitter, Hayes. Since then, she's in a rhythm, 1-1, as she paints the outer third on Seipolt. Seipolt, multi-sport athlete for the Belle Vernon Leopards. 1-1, 2 outs, nobody on. Scoreless game, top 2. Dobnak into the deal. Breaking ball outside, now 2-1. Nobody on, 2 out, top second. Dobnak, the 2-1 offering. That one paints the bottom of the zone. Not much you could do with that for Seipolt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dobnak, 1 pitch away from striking out the side in order. 2-2. Foul tip stays alive, does Kaylee Seipolt. 2 outs, top second, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Scoreless game between West Mifflin and Belle Vernon. The section opener for the Leps and the Titans. 2-2 count here on the right-handed hitting Kaylee Seipelt, the sophomore. Looking for the first hit of the afternoon either side. 2-2. Check, swing indeed. Strike 3 again. 6 in a row as Dobnak sets down the Leopards in order. 6 punch-outs for Riley Dobnak. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left aboard. The Leopards left searching at the dish as after 1.5 your score, Belle, Vernon, West Mifflin deadlocked at 0. It's 4-5-6 due up in the order for the West Mifflin Titans as we head to the bottom of inning number 2. It's going to be Mia Bay, Adeline Salopek, and Aubrey Jaskolski due up for West Mifflin here in a scoreless ball game. Bottom of the second inning between Belle, Vernon, and West Mifflin. Grisnick got a ground out and a pair of infield pop-ups against the Titan top 3 in her first trip to the circle as Belle, Vernon, West Mifflin both still looking for their first hit of the game. 1 base runner through an inning and a third. It was a leadoff walk.
Leading off for the Titans, number 33.
So stepping in, Mia Bay. 278, 1 long ball leads the team in RBI as well with 7. Looking to be the first base runner for West Mifflin here this afternoon. Harley back in the box. As first pitch fouled off left side, strike 1 on Bay. Oh, 1 count on Bay. Grisnick gets the sign. Pitch comes home by Grisnick. Pulled left side. Out of play now 0-2 is Bay out in front of that one. Ground out and a pair of pop-ups so far against Maddie Grisnick. 0-2, swung right side, out of play, fouled off again. Count stays put here on Mia Bay. 278, 1 long ball, 7 runs batted in. Bay looking to become the first base runner here in the bottom of the second against Mia Grisnick. The 0-2 by Grisnick as Maddie comes home, pulls the string, struck her out. Swing and a miss, punch out number 1 for Maddie Grisnick. So 4 up and 4 down against Grisnick. Now Adeline Salopek, the sophomore first baseman, team leader in average, 636. On base more than she's not been this year. Looking to become the first base runner here is a pitch inside as it scoots along the inside line of the batter's box for ball 1 on Salopek. Grisnick gets the sign, the 1-0 by Maddie Grisnick. Inside again. And swing and a miss for strike 1. Count pulls even, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the second. Scoreless game between the Titans and the Leopards. No hits either side as the 1-1 offering by Maddie Grisnick. In the air, over the head of Hayes, and it's a 2-out base knock to left as Adeline Salopek out to Hibner, and it's a 2-out single. And there's the first hit of the game for either side as West Mifflin. Or excuse me, a 2-out single. No, 1-out single. Leadoff strikeout, then the single, so 1-out base knock. Getting a little ahead of myself there. Jaskolski now. 1 on and 1 out. Strike 1 by Grisnick after the 1-out base knock to left. Strikeout single, 0-1 count on Aubrey Jaskolski. A lot of room right up the gut if Jaskolski can send one that way. The 1-0 offering, grounded. Hayes across, Beach hauls it in. There's out number 2, runner went in motion, so no chance at the double play. So 6-3, Jaskulski goes down on the play. Salopek goes to second. Now Bella Simak, the freshman designated player, batting for Samantha Tomko this afternoon. Both teams have had a runner in second. West Mifflin looking to bring her in, though. As out at second, Salopek. One out single, advanced on the ground out. Strike one here to the DP, the freshman Simak. West Mifflin, 2-game skid as well. Both teams trying to break off 1-0 in section play. Chopper, Hayes off the hop, throw across, Beach hauls it in all the way. So a one-out single and back-to-back ground outs to the shortstop. No runs, one hit, no errors. And West Mifflin strands their first base runner of the afternoon as Belle Vernon and the Titans of West Mifflin deadlocked at 0 after 2 full. It's going to be 8-9-1 for Belle Vernon when we come back. Domnack struck out her last 6. Can she keep it going? We'll find out with the top of the third up next here on MVI Live.
It's time to level up your fitness game with Phase Up Nutrition in Jefferson Hills. Veteran-owned and operated Phase Up has been providing the community with top-quality vitamins and supplements with a priority in providing exceptional customer service. When you walk into Phase Up Nutrition, you'll get one-on-one help tailored to your specific goals. We carry a wide variety of workout supplements, pre-workout and post-workout formulas, and all types of vitamins. Come by Phase Up Nutrition today. Phase Up Nutrition, here to help you surpass those unimaginable goals.
Paisley Hibner, the freshman, will get the party started with Sydney Calloway to follow, and Miley Hayes back at the top of the order for the Belle Vernon area Leopards, as the West Mifflin Titans and the Leopards in a deadlock of 0 here in the top of the third, as the right-hander Riley Dobnak has struck out not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but 6 Belle Vernon Leopards in a row. She has now struck out 36 hitters on the season after a leadoff walk to start the game. Falls behind once again, this time to Paisley Hibner, the freshman. The speedy center fielder Calloway on deck. Dobnak comes home, and the count now falls to 2-0 as Riley Dobnak trying to keep the streak alive. An impressive start on the bump for the junior Dobnak. 2-0 by Dobnak outside, now 3-0. Dobnak will go to that rosin bag once again, trying to get the grip. Haven't seen Dobnak struggle with control since the first batter of the game like she has here to Paisley Hibner. 3-0. There's the freebie, the automatic right down the pipe. 3-1 now as Dobnak works ahead. Nobody out, top of the third, scoreless game between the Leopards and the Titans. As Paisley Hibner digs back in, 3-1 by Riley Dobnak, swing and a miss, and the count fills up at 3-2. Dobnak on the precipice of maybe a 7th straight against the Belle Vernon battery. Leopards without the luxury of a hit here in the top of the third. Payoff pitch by Dobnak in the air, right side out of play, and we'll do it once again. Paisley Hibner, the freshman left fielder, looking to become the second Belle Vernon base runner of the afternoon. First since Miley Hayes led off the game with a 4-pitch walk. She's due up third this inning. Payoff pitch, ball 4, no, strike 3 looking. And Dobnak fans another as Hibner started to trot down the first base line. Our home plate umpire says otherwise. 7 in a row for Riley Dobnak. Calloway 167 for the junior. First pitch swinging, fouls it off. Third base side, past the outstretched foot of Coach Tom Rodriguez. As Krovanik pulls one back in, 0-1 the count with 1 out. And nobody on here in the top of the third inning between the Leps and the Titans. 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2 as Calloway quickly in a deep, deep hole against Dobnak. 7 straight strikeouts by Riley Dobnak. The 0-2. Make it 8 as Riley Dobnak. Back-to-back backwards Ks, 8 straight punch-outs for Dobnak. Miley Hayes, the lone batter to reach the lone leopard, not to strike out here this afternoon. She reached on a 4-pitch walk, 2 outs, nobody on. Riley Dobnak, 8 strikeouts, comes home with it. First pitch outside, ball 1. Hayes has seen 5 pitches, none of them in the strike zone so far to the sophomore standout. The 1-0 by Dobnak. Pulls the strings, drops it in. Count evens at 1 apiece. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Dobnak looking for the hat trick this inning again. 1-1 by Dobnak. Hayes takes, now 2-1 as Miley Hayes up in the count. Top of the third, 2 outs, nobody on against Riley Dobnak. Leopards flailing at the dish, the 2-1. 3-1 now. Miley Hayes works ahead. The way Hayes is hit today, I think you give her the green light, or this season, I think you give her the green light, and the way the Leopards have hit today, everyone's striking out. Hayes might be your best chance at 3-1. Instead, ball 4, so Miley Hayes stops the streak of 8 straight strikeouts with her second free pass of the afternoon issued to Hayes. So Hayes has walked twice in 3 innings. Everyone else has struck out. Grisnick takes ball 1. Hayes at first, stole second. Back in the first, was stranded there. Off the beach punch out. 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. As Grisnick, the pitcher, trying to help her own cause. 8 straight strikeouts here for the West Mifflin right-hander, coming to an end with the 5-pitch walk to Hayes. Now works it back to a 1-2 count. On the precipice of possibly her 9th strikeout of the afternoon. 2 outs, Hayes at first. The 1-2 by Riley Dobnak. Fouled off. Rattles the backstop. Count stays 1-2 on Grisnick. Miley Hayes at first. Stole second, back in the first. The lone leopard to reach this afternoon twice via the free pass for Miley Hayes. 1-2 by Dobnak. A little flare up the middle. Hops down. Gonna be an E6 on Jakubovic. So Belle Vernon back-to-back base runners without the luxury of a hit. So see if Belle Vernon can pay or make the Titans pay as Maddie Grisnick reaches on the E6 out to the shortstop Jakubovic. And now Lauren Van Dibner. She struck out swinging for out number 2 in the first. 278 on the season, looking for RBI number 3 on the year. 2 outs, 2 on. Belle Vernon really threatening for the first time this afternoon. Dobnak has the first pitch fouled off the press box, back out, now 0-1. On the right-handed hitting Lauren Van Dibner. 8 straight strikeouts ended with a 2-out free pass to Miley Hayes. Grisnick then reached on the air by the shortstop Jakubovic. 0-1. Van Dibner skies it back out of play once again. Now 0-2 on Lauren Van Dibner. Looking to keep the Leopard 2 out, maybe rally alive. Looking for the first run of the game. Plenty of room out in left center. Van Dibner can get a hold of one, but down 0-2 in the count. Maybe got to shorten up. As Riley Dobnak looking for her 9th strikeout of the game. The 0-2. Dobnak outside, no chase. Now 1-2 on Van Dibner. Every out that Dobnak's recorded has been via the strikeout this afternoon. Now looking to finish off the top of the third unscathed is Dobnak. 1-2, swing and a miss. as Dobnak battles back after a walk and an error. Does indeed fan her 9th of the afternoon. No runs, no hits, an error, a walk, and Belle Vernon strands runners number 2 and 3 on the afternoon. 2.5 in the books. We're still scoreless here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics MVI Live. It's the 4A Section 2 opener, and the Titans and the Leopards deadlocked at 0. West Mifflin looking to change that. Riley Dobnak in an absolute groove through 3 as we head to the bottom of inning number 3. The Leopards and the Titans as Breezy Dobnak, Abby Jakubovic, and Taylor Kravanik due up for West Mifflin. That's 8, 9, and 1 in the order against Maddie Grisnick here this afternoon. Again, tomorrow scheduled to be a very nice day, at least when it comes to the likes of no precipitation scheduled. We are scheduled to take care of business at Sarah Catholic tomorrow in what should be an absolute thrilling affair between the Eagles and the Eden Christian squad. Breezy Dobnak, the freshman, 154 on the season. Sarah taking on Eden right now as well. First pitch, swing and a miss. As good as Dobnak's been and really a shine with the strikeouts, Grisnick's been good as well through her first 2 frames of work. Oh, 1 by Grisnick in the air, left side. Dobnak will drop one down, jumps past the glove of Hibner. Breezy Dobnak into second, and it's a leadoff 2-bagger for Dobnak, looking to help her sisters cause second hit of the game for West Mifflin, and it's a leadoff double for the freshman Dobnak. So Breezy Dobnak hits it out to the freshman and hits it to the fence on the hop. So Dobnak at second with nobody out, and see if Abby Jakubovic will try to sacrifice Dobnak to third. No courtesy runner used here for West Mifflin. See if the bunt is in order. It is not to start at least, and there's ball 1 on the inner third of the sophomore shortstop, Abby Jakubovic. Second time the Titans have had a runner in scoring position this afternoon. Last time was in the second. Chopper, third base side and foul, 1-1 on Jakubovic. Last year, West Mifflin, they fell inside the quarterfinals, 10-0 to Elizabeth Forward after a 10-1 victory to start their postseason. 1-1. Grisnick paints it beautifully, 1-2 now. No time like the present for the second strikeout if you're Maddie Grisnick, the junior. Runner at second, nobody out here, scoreless game. As Grisnick gets the sign, the 1-2 home by Grisnick. As outer third just misses, count pulls even, 2 balls and 2 strikes on Abby Jakubovic. Looking for her first RBI of her sophomore campaign. Up in the box, the 2-2 offering by Maddie Grisnick. Pulled, Van Divner looks the runner back to second. Throw across is not in time. Going to be a fielder's choice as Jakubovic will reach. And Dobnak stays put at second, so no hit. Give a fielder's choice, though, as the delay, the hesitation by Van Divner, and by half a step the speedy sophomore Jakubovic wins the race down the line. Kravanik grounded out to the third baseman Van Divner to start the West Mifflin offensive afternoon. Shows bunt, third base side foul. Out of play for strike 1. 2 on, nobody out. Titans threatening here in the bottom of the third. So West Mifflin looking to get on the board here in inning number 3 against Maddie Grisnick. Riley Dobnak with 9 strikeouts, dealing on the other side. Had 8 in a row at one point. The 0-1 by Grisnick. Bunt shown, popped up, Grisnick hauls it in. Throw back to first is in time. And it's a 1-3 twin killing as Matty Grisnick gets the job done. 2 for the price of 1, and Belle Vernon with 2 on and nobody out has West Mifflin down to a runner at second and 2 away. It's a P1-3 double play as Kravanik retired. Also retired is Jakubovic. So runner at second and 2 outs. Great play by Grisnick. Off a bunt that was popped right back up to the circle. Not what you're looking for if you're Kravanik. Now Tatters, who popped out to the second baseman, Seipold. 1 on, 2 down. Pulls the strings now 0-2 as Matty Grisnick in a deep jam to start the third, but has battled back and now 1 strike away from getting out of this inning unscathed. Leadoff double, then the fielder's choice double play now, an 0-2 count with 2 outs. Breezy Dobnak out at second, the 0-2 home outside, no chase. Zubovic keeps it in front, picking it out of the right-handed hitting batter's box on the near side. 1-2 count now on the lefty. Riley Dobnak on deck. 1-2 count, 2 outs. Pitch home by Matty Grisnick. Foul tip, Zubovic can't get the grasp. Count stays put at 1-2. 2 away. Breezy Dobnak, the freshman catcher, out at second with a leadoff double. West Mifflin trying to plate the first run of the afternoon. Bottom of the third, 2 outs, 1 on. 1-2 home by Grisnick. Swing and a miss as Matty Grisnick works out of a 2 on, nobody out jam, and we've played 3 full, and we're still scoreless right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics. MVI Live. No runs, a hit, no errors, and West Mifflin strands 1 after 3. It's deadlocked at 0. Goose eggs all around. The Leps hope to crack one open when we come back right here for inning number 4 between the Leopards and the Titans. It's time to customize your ride with TC Customized in Jefferson Hills. Wheels, rims, and tires, along with lift kit and lowering kits, full service auto detailing, along with custom audio systems, remote starts, alarms, custom lighting, tints, and so much more. Whatever your need is, you can completely customize your ride today at TC Customized. Call today at 412-384-5300. 3 chapters in the books. The Leopards in the Titans deadlocked at 0. Leopards looking for their first hit of the afternoon as Belle Vernon has absolutely been stymied by the right-hander Riley Dobnak. 9 strikeouts through 3 innings, allowed 3 base runners, 2 walks and an error. So it's Taylor Beach. She struck out swinging. Every out recorded has been via the punch-out. First pitch to Beach. That one low, ball 1. 2 walks, both to Miley Hayes by Riley Dobnak. The junior now a sub-1 earned run average on the season. Works it even 1-1. Just 4 earned runs through 29 innings. One to Beach. Beach fouls it off. Coming right into your living room. As that was dead on the camera, and I am so glad those spider mounts work as well as they can as we stay on. And that's why there was a second 100-foot cord ordered today, so I can run 2 across the press box and have that for the future next time we're here. Meant to do that beginning of the year and got behind the 8 ball a little bit trying to find the right one because the one I currently have no longer available. Works great, though. 2-2 count here on Taylor Beach. Liner up the gut, and there's the first Leopard hit of the game. It's a leadoff single for Taylor Beach, and Belle Vernon in the hit department by the junior Beach. So Dobnak, see how she deals with traffic on the base path once again. But this time, first time, it's via the hit. Lily Crawford. If you've heard this before, struck out in her first trip to the plate. Dobnak checks the wristband, one on, nobody out. Second time, Leps have had the leadoff hitter aboard. Foul tip, strike one on Lily Crawford. Looking to get to double-digit punch-outs and 40 on the season if Dobnak can fan Crawford here. Taylor Beach down to a knee, gets set to go. Into her sprinter stance over at first. The 0-1 to Crawford. Crawford bunts it up. Sliding stop by Jaskolski. Throwback is not in time. That's another poor bunt, this time by Belle Vernon. It's going to be a P5. Great diving grab by Jaskolski. And that's the first out recorded by West Mifflin. That is not a strikeout this afternoon. So 9 strikeouts, out number 10 is the first one, not a strikeout. But Zubovic, who struck out looking on a full count, digs in, taking strike number, or ball one, I think maybe. Our home plate umpire, they all very, very vocal, but he does put his hand up no matter if it's ball or strike. So sometimes if you don't hear it, a little tough to tell. We'll wait to see after this one. That one definitely misses. And I think we are even at 1 apiece. And we are indeed. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Top 4. Leps and Titans here from West Mifflin. The 1-1 offering Zubovic takes. As Mia working ahead in the count here. The Belle Vernon senior, the Mercyhurst commit, just trying to get her senior season on track. 2-1 to Zubovic. As through the 5-hole of Dobnak and into second on the pass ball goes the likes of Beach. As that one squirts through the 5-hole and a free bag for Beach. So runner at second with 1 away, Mia Zubovic. Takes outside. And Zubovic earns the 3rd free pass of the afternoon for Belle Vernon. So Mia Zubovic and Miley Hayes have both walked. 1 hit. And it's going to be a courtesy runner for the catcher, Zubovic, as Coach Tom Rodriguez comes to make a substitution. At least that's what I'm assuming this is going to be. As we see Zubovic start to trot back towards the Belle Vernon dugout. Layla Schneider, the freshman, will run.
Now batting number 8, Kaylee Seiport.
So Schneider will run for Zubovic. Kaylee Seiport at the dish. Seiport in basketball as well. Now in a big spot for Belle Vernon. A chance to get her first Leopard ribby. Takes strike 1. 1 out, pair of Leopards aboard. Belle Vernon, 2 runners aboard for the 2nd straight inning. Layla Schneider out at first. At second, it's Beach. Single. Attempted sacrifice bunt pop-up for out 1. And then the walk, and now an 0-2 count on Seipelt, who again, as almost every other Leopard did besides 1, struck out in her first trip to the dish. Coach Tom Rodriguez, a quick meeting with Seipelt here, Belle Vernon. Got to figure things out here offensively, and they're hoping the 4th time is the charm. Outside 1 and 2, Seipel taking, has no chase there. 1-2 count, 1 out, 2 on. Pitch by Dobnak. Seipelt, a little blooper, drops down. As it rolls away, throw goes to second, and it's off the head of Snyder. Everybody gonna stay put, and the bases are full of Belle Vernon Leopards. We'll score that an infield single, I think. I mean, dime or dozen. It went off the helmet of the throw. It was a great effort by Tomko. So bases loaded. And now Paisley Hibner, the freshman left fielder. Out to the pitching circle they shall go. One out, bases full of Belle, Vernon, Leopards. Second time through the order. Walk, error, strikeout, single, bunt, pop out, walk, infield, single. So first time through the order, Dobnak was untouchable. Struck out 8. But again, here in inning number 2, and Dobnak seems a little frustrated out on the circle in this conclave with the West Mifflin infield. And Belle Vernon, they were able to get out of the last inning thanks to a double play. Grisnick off the pop-up, threw back to Beach for the 1-3 twin killing. So bases loaded and just one away. The Belle Vernon Leopards on the precipice of breaking a goose egg off the board. Scoreless game in the 4th. Dobnak comes home, swinging in a foul tip, strike 1 on Presley Hibner, the freshman left fielder. Dobnak, 9 strikeouts. No time like the present to get to double digits. Dobnak, the little wiggle, the 0-1. Outer third, it's a beauty. 0-2. This would be monumental. See if Dobnak tries to drop the floor out or maybe with a rise here and get a chase from the freshman Hibner. Struck out looking in the first at Hibner. Be a monumental out number 2. Bases loaded, 1 out. 0-2 count on Paisley Hibner. Dobnak, the 0-2 offering. Strike 3 looking. Riley Dobnak leaves them loaded for the moment. Second backwards K of Hibner. 10th strikeout by Riley Dobnak. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Into the line, pitch comes home, ball 1, Sidney Calloway. Struck out looking for out number 2 in the 3rd. Bases loaded with 1 away, now with 2 away. 1-0 count on Calloway. One, Dobnak works it even on Calloway. Calloway, she's driven in 3 here on the campaign. Can Sidney add to that total? 1-1 offering. Calloway swings through it for strike 2. And Dobnak 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning unscathed. Bases loaded. 2 outs. 1-2 on Calloway. The 1-2 by Riley Dobnak. Evens it up at 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes, bases full of Leopards. Beach at 3rd. Schneider at 2nd. Seipold at 1st. 2-2 by Dobnak to Calloway. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back punch-outs. Riley Dobnak, her 11th of the afternoon. And Dobnak leaves them loaded. They were loaded with 1 away. Back-to-back Ks, and Dobnak sends us to the home half of the 4th, scoreless, no runs, couple of hits, no errors, and Belle Vernon leaves them loaded. Belle Vernon stranded 6 through 4, and we've played now 3.5. Your score, the West Mifflin Titans, the Belle Vernon Leopards, scoreless, right here on MVI Live.
The 34th annual Mon Valley Home Show happening this weekend at CFS Bank Event Center, Route 51, Rostraver Township. Friday 2 to 7, Saturday 10 to 7, and Sunday 10 to 5. Plenty of free parking. Come out and support your local businesses. everything from gutter protection, heating and AC, roofing, siding, windows, or just grab a snack. There is something for everyone at the Mon Valley Home Show.
Bottom four, it's 3-4-5. Dobnak, Bay, Salopek for the Titans. Pop-up, strikeout, single so far this afternoon for that trio for the West Mifflin Titans here in a scoreless fourth inning. So Riley Dobnak has already shined on the bump. Can she shine at the dish as well? Two hits aside. Grisnick comes home, bounces ball one. Got out of a first and second. Nobody out, jam in the third. Both pitchers working out of jams here. Riley Dobnak. Up 1-0 in the count on Grisnick is Maddie Grisnick. Rocks and fires. Check swing 2-0. As Grisnick tried to pull the string, and first place umpire, they didn't even appeal. He just went down and said, no, that's absolutely a swing. So our first base umpire overruling say it was clear cut to him. And it's a 1-1 count on Dobnak. Looked pretty clear from up top as well. Laced out to left, right, and Hibner drops down over the glove. Dobnak into second standing. And it's back-to-back innings with leadoff two baggers for the West Mifflin Titans. So Mia Bay with Dobnak at second and nobody out. The Dobnak sisters in the third, now in the fourth. Lead off with two baggers, two extra base hits in the game, both belong to West Mifflin. Bay struck out swinging to start the second against Maddie Grisnick. Salopek on deck. She has a single to her ledger. Ball one. Second straight inning, the leadoff hitter aboard against the junior Grisnick. Runs have been tough to come by this year, or this afternoon, I should say. West Mifflin knew they were going to have to play some small ball this season. They try to here. Chopper left side foul. 1-1 now on Mia Bay. Obviously, you don't want to necessarily take the bat out of your hand of your cleanup hitter with 7 runs batted in. I think the only team I would not be shocked to see, hey, we have our cleanup hitter out with a runner at second with nobody out that we're bunting. I could see Sarah Catholic and Brian Zarenda doing that, but Bay launches it out to left, off the fence. Dobnak rounding. She will score back-to-back doubles as Mia Bay gets the Titans on the board. As in to score comes Riley Dobnak. Adelie Salopek. After the RBI double by Bay, her 8th ribby of the season. And West Mifflin on the board here in the home half of the fourth. 1 on, nobody out, 1 in, 1-0. West Mifflin leads it. Salopek takes strike 1. As Adelie Salopek, the sophomore, 1 for 1, stranded at second in the second. 0-1 in her third, misses now 1-1 on Salopek. First run of the game here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Riley Dobnak and Mia Bay back-to-back doubles. Chopper, third base, Van Divner watches the runner back to second. Throw back now in the rundown. Throw goes to third. There's Hayes back to the pitcher, covering and in time. So a fielder's choice and a runner at first with 1 away.
Now batting number 2, Aubrey Jaskolski.
5-4-6-1. as Coach Hillingsberg will come out and have a quick ask about everything with our field umpire this afternoon. So our umpires will conclave here. Worst case scenario, or you look at either first and second with nobody out or runner at first with one out. Still, either way, West Mifflin has a lead. I don't know if they're going to be able to, and they are. So they're going to overturn. So Mia Bay safe at second. It is still a fielder's choice, allowing Salopek to reach. So runners at first and second with nobody out.
She's out. She's out. He just stood. Call was good. He made call stand.
So we're going to, never mind. So the home plate umpire comes out and, as you could see on your screen, shows safe. And I think West Mifflin thought the same thing. So it is still going to be a 5-4-6-1 retirement. As throw down to second, gets away, stolen base for Annalie Salopek. So runner at second, one away. And Aubrey Jaskulski, the junior third baseman, at the dish. He grounded out to Mia Hayes for out number one in the second. 1-0, West Mifflin leads it. 1-0. Foul ball off the check swing. Count evens up at one apiece. One on, one in, 1-1 count. 1-0, West Mifflin leads. Salopek at second. On that bag for the second time today, was stranded there the first time. Chopper, left side foul. 1-2 now. Bottom of the fourth, Titans have taken the lead on back-to-back doubles by Dobnak and Bay. Bay was retired on the fielder's choice. 1-2 count here on Aubrey Jaskulski. The 1-2 by Maddie Grisnick. Drops one low, count even. 2 balls, 2 strike. Good vision there by Jaskulski, not chasing the floor, falling out of that one by Grisnick. Leopard stranded them loaded in the top half. Had one out, bases loaded. Dobnak was able to work out with back-to-back Ks. Pop up right side, foul territory. Beach puts glove to ball, and there's a big out number 2 by Maddie Grisnick. So 2 outs, runner at second after the P3. Simak grounded out to the shortstop, Miley Hayes, to end inning number 2. 2 outs, 1 on, 1 in, bottom of the fourth inning. West Mifflin out in front. Game crossing the hour mark here. First pitch swinging down the line, hooking left side, drops down foul for strike 1 on the freshman DP, Bella Simak. So Simak will take her cuts once again. Runner at second, 2 away, 1 in, 1-0 West Mifflin. 0-1 by Grisnick. In there, strike 2, gets away from Zubovic. Back to second base is going to be Salopek. So 0-2 count, 2 outs, runner in scoring position for West Mifflin, leading by 1. The 0-2 offering by Grisnick, low again, blocked by Zubovic. 1-2 now here on Simak. Grisnick trying to get out of this inning without a crooked number coming across the board. The 1-2 by Grisnick. Liner back up the middle. Here comes Salopek. She'll round third. Throw up the line as it's an RBI 2-out base knock for the Titans. And Wes Mifflin leads it 2-0. As Simak, the freshman, her first high school ribby, increases the advantage up to 2. 2-0 Wes Mifflin. Taking the advantage here in the fourth now, Breezy Dobnak. Doubled her first trip to the dish. Can she make it 2 for 2? As that one misses ball 1. 1 on, 2 in, 2 out. 1-0 on Dobnak. A 1-0 to Dobnak by Grisnick. Outer third, count pulls even. 1 ball and 1 strike. Titans lead by 2 here in the home half of inning number 4. One by Grisnick. Paints the inside. Late movement by Grisnick. Now 1-2. A beauty by Grisnick to get ahead, but can she finish it off with the Leopards down by a pair here in the fourth? 1-2 by Grisnick, laced down the left field line. Dobnak 2 for 2 as she centers that one up. 6th hit of the afternoon for Wes Mifflin, and the 4th of the inning for Wes Mifflin. Dobnak now 2 for 2. Simak on to second. Jakubovic reached on a fielder's choice, was retired on a 1-3 twin killing back in the third. Wes Mifflin taking advantage here. 2-run fourth. 2 on, 2 down. The 9-hole hitter, Jakubovic. 0 for 1, takes strike 1 on the outer third. Vernon on the other side offensively. Remember, Riley Dobnak has kept them in check with 11 strikeouts. Chopper, the third, off of Van Divner, and lucky for her, she touched that in foul territory for strike 2 instead of what would have been an E5, and a bases loaded 2-out situation for the top of the order in Kravanik. Oh, 2. Lined out to Hayes, so an L6 will end the inning. 2 runs come across, 4 hits on the inning, no errors, and the bases left with a couple of Titans aboard, but we've now played 4 and we have a score. Wes Mifflin leads it by 2 after 4 right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics. MVI Live. Top 5 when we come back. Leps Titans continue on right here on MVI Live. There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community, and More.
Who's smoking down there? No smoking. Make an announcement. No tobacco on campus.
Miley Hayes, 2 walks, been stranded twice, as that one misses ball 1.
There is no smoking and no tobacco products permitted
Miley Hayes been aboard twice today. Can she make it 3 for 3 against Dobnak? She's walked twice. Leps have just 2 hits. Swing and a miss. As Hayes a hefty cut. One, two, Hayes fouls it off. Oh, 2-2 now on Hayes. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody on, nobody out. Top of the 5th, 2-0, Titans out in front. Dobnak's fan 11, can she make it 12? Hayes the only Leopard not to strike out this afternoon. Only Leopard not to be retired this afternoon. Second time through the order, though, Belle Vernon. Walk, error, strikeout, single, bunt out, walk, infield single, then strikeout, strikeout. So they did have more success second time through the order of Dobnak. Only struck out 3 of them as Hayes a little looper and drops down. So Hayes aboard for the 3rd time today. First hit for Hayes, and Hayes back to first base. Maddie Grisnick, strikeout, reached on an E6. Coach Tom Rodriguez, his squad down by a pair. They left them loaded last inning. Dobnak's fan 11 through 4+ here this afternoon. And very important if you're Riley Dobnak. Your team just got you a 2-run advantage. You're part of the reason you have a 2-run advantage with that leadoff double as Grisnick bunts to third. Up with it, Jaskulski over to the second baseman, Tomko covering. Now trapped in a rundown is Hayes, and she's out at third. As Belle Vernon, a mistake on the base path. So a sac bunt that goes 5-4, retiring Grisnick. Moved Hayes to second, then Hayes retired going to third base. So ends up becoming a double play, and just like that, Dobnak erases the leadoff hit with 2 outs. And Al Van Divner, who struck out swinging twice, takes ball 1. And you're down by 2. Every run's so important, and it's not like there was nobody covering the third base bag as that one misses 2-0. Like, I understand the thought process if the infield's playing in and you feel like you have a foot race to the third base bag and I'm going to win that because, hey, by the time they get back there, maybe secure the ball in there. But Jaskulski was there already as Van Divner yanks it left side foul. It's not like Jaskulski was even halfway down the line and you're like, okay, I'm going to win this race. No, it was a lapse there in Belle Vernon. Maybe cost themselves with Lauren Van Divner, who's been a good hitter in her career. Maybe not yet this season and in this game, but you take your chances 1 out and Van Divner at the dish with a runner in scoring position down by 2. Can't afford costly outs. And Dobnak, now you got to take advantage. Make sure you get out of this inning without throwing too many more pitches and then send yourselves to the penultimate inning of work for you on the hill. Or in the circle, I should say, nonetheless. As Van Divner from 3-1 to 3-2. Swinging for the next county. That was up and out off the rise. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. 2-0 Titans lead. Payoff pitch. Spoiled right side out of play. And we'll do it once more. Both teams 2 wins on their ledger this year. Both teams looking for what would be their first section win in their first try here in 4A Section 2, the opener. Payoff pitch number 2. Right out to second. Tomko stabs on to Salopek. So a leadoff single, a costly base running blunder, and a 4-3 retirement of Van Divner. No runs, a hit, no errors, nobody left the board. And West Mifflin's Riley Dobnak first inning without a punch out, but it's a clean one. And Belle Vernon scoreless through 5. West Mifflin back to work, looking to add some insurance as we head to the home half of the 5th right here on MVI Live.
It's time to level up your fitness game with Phase Up Nutrition in Jefferson Hills. Veteran-owned and operated Phase Up has been providing the community with top-quality vitamins and supplements with a priority in providing exceptional customer service. When you walk into Phase Up Nutrition, you'll get one-on-one help tailored to your specific goals. We carry a wide variety of workout supplements, pre-workout and post-workout formulas, and all types of vitamins. Come by Phase Up Nutrition today. Phase Up Nutrition, here to help you surpass those unimaginable goals.
Leading off for the Titans, number 11, Taylor Kravanek.
Kravanek, 5-4 ground out, popped into a 1-3 double play. First pitch, strike one. Oh, 1 by Grisnick. Foul tip now 0-2. Maddie works ahead of Kravanek. Oh, 2 count, 2-0 Titans lead, bottom of the 5th. Maddie Grisnick. Outside, no chase, 1-2 as Kravanek holds back, looking to get a board for the first time today. Hit 6-2 in favor of West Mifflin. Or excuse me, to 3. We're going to mark that last Belle Vernon one down. As strike 3 looking, Maddie Grisnick starts the 5th frame with her 3rd punch out of the afternoon. Tatters. She was a strikeout victim back in her last trip to the plate in the 3rd. Popped out to the second baseman, Kaylee Seipold. Again, 2 big bats not in the lineup for Belle Vernon. Bella Williams, Katie Sokol out with injuries. Ignat out on the other side, another big piece of the Titan lineup. As laser down the right field line, past the glove of Beach, picked up by Crawford. And there's another double for West Mifflin. Kaylee Tatters laces it down the line. And it's double number 4 for West Mifflin, as the Titans have more doubles than the Leopards have total hits in this game. Dobnak has one of them, scored the opening run thus far. Now a chance for a ribby today. It'd be her 3rd if she can acquire it here. Runner at second, 1 out, 2-0 Titans lead in the bottom of the 5th. Riley Dobnak. First pitch by Grisnick. Dobnak waits on it, chops it. Hayes deep in the hole. Throw across is not in time. Infield single. Riley Dobnak 2 aboard with nobody out. Or 1 away, excuse me. An infield single by Dobnak. She's now 2 for 3. Backing up her stellar performance on the circle with a couple of hits at the dish. Mia Bay lined one over the head of Hibner. First time through, or second time through the order. Brought home the opening run of the game. Couple of Titans on the turf now. Fouled off, jam shot on the inside for strike 1. 1 out, 2 on, 0-1 count on Mia Bay. Strikeout, RBI double is retired on a fielder's choice that went 5-4-6-1. 0-1 to Bay. Just misses. 1-1. A beauty by Grisnick. Froze the batter Bay. But the sophomore gets the call to go her way. 1-1, 1 out, 2 on, 2-0 Titans lead here in the bottom of the 5th. Grisnick comes home, up, out, and 1-2 the count moves with 1 out here in inning number 5's home half. Grisnick toes the rubber. The 1-2 by Maddie Grisnick. 2 on, 1 out, breaking ball. Pulls the string, swing and a miss. And Grisnick gets her 2nd strikeout of the inning. Fanning Bay for the 2nd time this afternoon. 4 punch outs by Grisnick. Salopek is yet to be retired. Single, fielder's choice, stole a base and scored a run. All on the ledger of Adelie Salopek, the sophomore. Grisnick needs to find a way to keep everything in bay. Gets away from Zubovic just enough. So on the wild pitch, runners advance both into scoring position. Tatters at third. Into second goes Dobnak. Two on, two down. The 1-0 by Grisnick. Fouled off. Third base side. Count now evened up at one apiece. Two in scoring position here and a 2-0 Titan advantage. Bottom of inning number 5. 2 outs, 2 on. Grisnick comes home. The 2-2 and strike number 2 as Grisnick freezes the batter once again. 1-2, 2 down as Matty Grisnick cannot afford another run against here in this one. Vernon yet to scratch a run across Dobnak. The 1-2 by Grisnick. Strike 3 called as Grisnick strikes out 3 in the inning and keeps it a 2-0 affair. Grisnick up to 5 punch-outs. No runs, a couple of hits, no errors in the Titan strand. 2 more. 5 full chapters have been scripted from West Mifflin, the penultimate one. It's on deck, and it's a 2-0 West Mifflin lead right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live. It's time to customize your ride with TC Customized in Jefferson Hills. Wheels, rims, and tires, along with lift kit and lowering kits, full service auto detailing, along with custom audio systems, remote starts, alarms, custom lighting, tints, and so much more. Whatever your need is, you can completely customize your ride today at TC Customized. Call today at 412-384-5300. Top 6. 2-0 Titans on top. Beach at the plate inside ball 1. Taylor singled in her last trip, struck out.
You know, when DeMarco tied it at the end, I thought he was
1-0 on Beach as Taylor fouls it off. Now 1-1. On the lefty first baseman, singled. Advanced to third and the fourth when the Leopards loaded the bases. They were unable to scratch a run across Dobnak, who has fanned 11 Leopards through 5 innings. Struck out 8 straight after allowing a leadoff free pass to Miley Hayes. 1-1. Misses now 2-1 on Taylor Beach. Vernon made a blunder on the base path last inning. A leadoff single, sacrifice bunt. Hayes tried to advance to third all the way from first and resulted in a twin killing. And again, that could be a big moment, especially if Vernon can get 1 run here as Beach tips it to the backstop. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out, top of the 6th. 2-2, top of the 6th inning, Taylor Beach. Crawford on deck. 2-2, swing and a miss. Dobnak back on the strikeout train. There's number 12 for Riley Dobnak. 12 strikeouts. She's got 2 hits at the dish. And Dobnak dominant in every facet. Lily Crawford, strikeout, bunt. Popped out to the third baseman, Jaskulski on a diving stop. Half-hearted swing, but a swing indeed for strike 1. Leps just mustered up 3 hits and 3 walks. They've also reached on an error, but no runs against Riley Dobnak. 0-1. Fouled off, now 0-2 as that one jams off the stanchion back behind. Dobnak on the verge of maybe number 13. It's been a nightmare day at the dish, and Dobnak inches away from that 13th, now 1-2 to Lily Crawford. Mia Zubovic on deck, a bloop and a blast still in the possibility with Zubovic coming up. As the 1-2 here with one away. Swing and a miss. There it is. Number 13 for Riley Dobnak. Continues to mow down the battery of Belle Vernon. Back-to-back punch-outs make it 13 with Zubovic coming to the dish. Strikeout and a walk for Zubovic. Drawing the count full in the first AB. Take strike one there. So Zubovic's been able to work the count. Now can Mia get aboard via a hit? Strikeout, walk. Now Zubovic in an 0-1 count with 2 down. 2-0 Titans, top of the 6th. Pitch comes home. Zubovic takes. As Breezy Dobnak could not hang on, and that maybe gives Mia Zubovic ball 1 instead of strike 2. Handcuffed Dobnak as Riley wants to go through the signs once more. 1-1 by Dobnak. Chopper, left side, out in front with Zubovic. Fouls it off, 1-2 now on Mia Zubovic, and Dobnak just 1 strike away from 6 scoreless this afternoon. She stymied the Belle Vernon Leopards. The 1-2 by Dobnak. Misses outside. Count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2-0 Titans. Top of the 6th. Two by Dobnak. Zubovic bloops it foul. First base side. Count stays put at 2-2. Leopards just looking for some sort of life that they have been unable to find here all afternoon. 2-2. Fills it up. So the third 3-ball count on Mia Zubovic. Kaylee Seipelt strikeout infield single on her ledger this afternoon. 2 outs, nobody on. Riley Dobnak long look in. Gets the grip, the payoff pitch to Zubovic. And there's ball 4. So another free pass issued by Riley Dobnak. Second time Zubovic has reached here in this one. See if the courtesy runner comes into play again, and it looks like it will for Coach Tom Rodriguez. So Schneider will be on base for the second time today. Courtesy runner for Mia Zubovic. Now Kaylee Seipelt.
Number 8, Kaylee Seipelt.
Strikeout, infield single for Kaylee. She'll dig in. Belle Vernon trying to find some 2-out life against the Titans. Pitch comes home, fouled off. First pitch, right side out of play. 0-1 quickly on Seipelt. Runner at first, that's Schneider, the courtesy runner for Mia Zubovic. Leps just 3 hits. They've drawn 4 walks in the game. Scratched across 0 runs and trail by 2 to West Mifflin. As it's been the Dobnak show. As Dobnak looking to deny once more. 0-2 off the foul off, right side. 2 outs, 1 on. 2-0 West Mifflin here in the top of the 6th inning. Oh, 2 count on Kaylee Seipelt. Dobnak checks the left wrist. Now a peek back once more. The 0-2 by Dobnak. That one curls outside, 1-2. Now on Seipelt, trying to turn things over to the freshman Paisley Hibner. Hibner struck out with the bases loaded and just 1 out back in the 4th inning. That was Belle Vernon's chance to take the lead. 1-2. Strike 3 looking as Dobnak denies the Leopards once again. As strikeout number 14, Dobnak dealing. No runs, no hits, no errors, a walk in the Leopard strand. Another 7 Belle Vernon base runners left stranded through 6 innings. As they'll look to add some insurance, will West Mifflin here in the 6th, as they'll be 3 outs away from victory right here on MVI Live.
The 34th annual Mon Valley Home Show happening this weekend at CFS Bank Event Center, Route 51, Ross Draver Township. Friday 2 to 7, Saturday 10 to 7, and Sunday 10 to 5. Plenty of free parking. Come out and support your local businesses. Everything from gutter protection, heating and AC, roofing, siding, windows, or just grab a snack. There is something for everyone at the Mon Valley Home Show.
Bottom of the 6th, as Aubrey Jaskulski was due up. She's 0 for 2. So Coach Hilligsburg going to the bench. It's going to be Braylon Moore pinch hitting. So Braylon Moore.
Leading off for the Titans, number 6, Braylon Moore.
So Braylon Moore leads us off here in the bottom of the 6th frame. Grisnick got to find a way to put up a 0. It's Moore, Sigmack, and Dobnak. Ball 1 on Braylon Moore. Just the second AB of the season for Braylon Moore. Moore 0 for 1. Chopper 0 and 2 now. Second AB of the season for Braylon Moore. Down to the count 0 and 2. Moore, a sophomore. As the 5-5 sophomore with a 1-2 count on her. Grisnick, she's fanned 5, looking for her 6th. 2 and 2 as Moore works it even. And more action the rest of this week on the network. Tomorrow scheduled to be out at Portview, Sarah Catholic, Eden Christian. Then it will be Belle Vernon Ringgold baseball and an all Mon Valley section matchup, weather permitting. As the 2-2 chopped third base, Van Divner from a knee into the glove of Beach. 5-3 goes the retirement of Braylon Moore. And then Thursday, no matter what, we don't have to worry about the weather, as we'll be having some men's volleyball action. Thomas Jefferson will look to win their 3rd in a row as they take on the Brentwood Spartans. As Bella Sigmack ground out and an RBI single on the ledger of Sigmack. It was her first high school RBI for Sigmack. Dobnak on deck, it's Breezy the freshman. And life's been breezy for her today with a couple of hits. 1 out, nobody on. Sigmack 1 for 2 with a ribby. First pitch bounces inside. Sigmack bends back out of the way for ball 1. As 1-1. One out. Sigmack fouls it off down to her final strike of the AB. If Grisnick can finish her off. Maddie Grisnick, 2 runs allowed. Back in the 4th inning. Leadoff doubles by Dobnak and Bay made it 1-0. Fielder's choice. Salopek would reach, and then an RBI single by Sigmack made it 2-0. She's now worked the count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Breezy Dobnak on deck. As ground ball, Hayes with the scoop. low throw, and it's an E6. Ball gets away as Sigmac into second. A two-bag error on Belle Vernon. And the Titans have life in the sixth. Hayes just spiked it into the ground, and now Breezy Dobnak, who's 2 for 2, can add some insurance for her sister Riley. As I think we're going to have a pinch runner here for the DP in Sigmac. Might be Tomko going to come in and run, or actually, nope, going to see somebody else come in to run. Thought maybe Tomko being the flex. We've seen that a fair share of times. So adding some speed on the base path. Here comes Leah Salopek. Salopek, a senior. So Salopek will run at second with a 1 out. Breezy Dobnak, the freshman, 2 for 2, double single. Does she have a ribby on her ledger for the second time this season after this AB? Salopek takes a long lean off of second. Pitch comes inside as bending back was Dobnak for ball 1. Ground out, error. 1 on, 1 out. 2-0 Titans, bottom of the 6th frame. The 1-0 by Grisnick. Half-hearted swing, but it's a swing indeed. Foul tip, strike 1. Grisnick's had the Titans off balance with that pitch most of the afternoon. If they could hold back, it'd be still in the air. 1-1. 1-2. Dobnak yet to be retired. The freshman trying to keep it that way. 1-2 count, 1 out. Pitch comes home to Dobnak outside. Count now even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away here in inning number 6, home half. Most likely the last trip to the bat rack, barring a Belle Vernon comeback for the Titans of West Mifflin. Two by Maddie Grisnick. Drops low, count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes, runner out at second. Leah Salopek, the pinch runner for Sigmac. Titans scored 2 in the 4th. 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the 6th with the 1 away. Payoff pitch by Maddie Grisnick. Fouled off, we'll do it again. 3-2 count, 1 out, 2-0 West Mifflin by a pair here in inning number 6. And absolutely thankful the weather split us watching the cells. Rain north, rain south, but we've been dry here throughout. As the payoff pitch by Grisnick again pulls the string, strike 3. And there's out number 2. Maddie Grisnick. Man, that changeup, she's lived by it. A couple of doubles off of it, but she has been good today. And again, the way Belle Vernon's been hitting the ball, you figure, hey, you give up 2 runs, we're going to win a game. But West Mifflin's Riley Dobnak has absolutely dominated. There's ball 1 to Jakubovic. Fielder's choice and a line out hard to the shortstop, Hayes. It'll be do or die in the top of the 7th, and it'll be 9-1 or 8-9-1 for Belle Vernon. Foul ball 1-1. Runner at second, 2 outs. It's Leah Salopek, the courtesy runner for Simac, or the pinch runner. 1-1 count, 2 outs. 2-0 Titans lead in the 6th. Pitch by Grisnick, pulled on, left side, foul again. As Maddie Grisnick, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner out at second base with West Mifflin up by a pair. 8-9-1 due up for Belle Vernon, a do-or-die 7th. Lepsiv stranded 7 aboard the base path today. 1-2 by Grisnick inside. Scoop Zubovic, throw down to third, sliding in safely is Salopek, so she advances up. And a runner just 60 away here with a 2-2 count as that one gets away. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, 2-0 Titans with a runner at third here in the 6th. Pitch chopped, left side foul. We'll do it again. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. West Mifflin up by 2. Looking to add on 1 more here with Abby Jakubovic. The sophomore Jakubovic. 2-2 count with 2 away. Grisnick rocks and deals. The 2-2 chopper. Van Divner thought about going to home, then wisely just throws it to first. Situational softball almost not happening there. 5-3 does end the inning. No runs, no hits, and error. 1 Titan left stranded. It's do or die for Belle Vernon as we head to the 7th. 3 outs away from a Titan victory right here on MVI Live.
There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community, and More.
Dobnak's been dealing 14 through 6. She's set down, and it's 8-9-1, 3 outs away from a West Mifflin victory. Hibner, Calloway, a combined 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. Hayes, 1 for 1 with a single, 2 walks, and a blunder on the base path. Paisley Hibner, the freshman left fielder, struck out twice against the junior Dobnak. No Bella Williams, no Sokol, and it's a big problem for the Belle Vernon Bats. 2-0 here in the top of the 7th. 3 outs away for West Mifflin. First pitch, ball 1. Got to be patient here if you're Belle Vernon. We've seen at times Dobnak get a little wild. She has walked 4 batters, and right now the way she's throwing the softball, I think that's probably your best hope if you're Belle Vernon. Allow her to walk you, as Belle Vernon's not made good contact at all. Dobnak has been brilliant. Just a little off her marks at times when Belle Vernon's decided to be patient. And brilliant performance in Belle Vernon. Trying to find a way to come back, but the Titans looking to send it to completion. 2-1. Fouled off by the freshman Hibner. Struck out with 1 out and the bases loaded. That was the big sequence in this game. It was the top of inning number 4. Bases loaded with 1 out. Dobnak was able to strike out back-to-back Leopards. It was Hibner and Calloway, and that got them to the bottom of the inning where they would add 2, and now the count even at 2. And biggest moment of the game, bases loaded, 1 out, and Riley Dobnak back-to-back strikeouts. Looking for number 15 is Dobnak here. 2-2 count, nobody out, top 7. Dobnak comes home, swing and a miss. There it is, number 15 for Riley Dobnak. "15 Ks for the junior, now at 45 on the season. Calloway struck out looking, struck out swinging. Dobnak looking for the hat trick of her as well, as she gets ahead 0-1. Hibner struck out 3 times. Calloway struck out twice. The only player not to strike out for Belle Vernon, that was Miley Hayes. She's on deck as Callaway in the air right side. There's out or strike number 2. The pitching was good today for Belle Vernon. The bats, not. As Dobnak looking for her 16th strikeout of the afternoon. Top 7, 1 down. Dobnak rocks and deals 0-2 outside, 1-2. Pitch home, ground ball left side, and Sydney Callaway will bring the tying run to the dish here in the 7th. So a 2-strike single by Sydney Callaway.
Batting number 23, Miley Hayes.
Coach Hilligsburg, he'll come in, take a quick break, have a conclave, talk things over. Dobnak dealing. Belle Vernon had a base runner in the first, none in the second. Base runner in the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and now 7th. So they have had base runners every inning against Dobnak. Just now 5, make it 4 hits for Belle Vernon. They loaded the bases up in the 4th. Dobnak has Hayes. 1 for 1, 2 walks, and a single for Hayes. Lone Leopard not to strike out today. Hayes has went deep once this year. Here on a brisk Monday afternoon, early evening, strike 1 to Hayes. Tying run at the plate. As these Mon Valley foes looking to finish it off here in the top of the 7th. 0-1. 1-1 now on Hayes. Walk, single. It's the speedy Callaway at first. 1-1 by Dobnak. 2-1 now on Miley Hayes. Grisnick on deck, then Van Divner if it gets that far. 1 out, 2-1 count. Runner at first is Sydney Callaway. Dobnak. 2-1. Hayes, opposite field, out towards the gap. That one drops down. Callaway into 3rd. Hayes into 2nd standing. And the tying run now in scoring position for Belle Vernon with a 1 out here in the 7th. First extra base hit for Belle Vernon. Dobnak will face Grisnick. Van Divner on deck. Grisnick, the Belle Vernon pitcher. Dobnak had the bases loaded and 1 out back in the 4th. Struck out back-to-back Leopards. Hayes 2 for 2 with 2 walks. Stands at 2nd now. Grisnick, 316, 1 ribbies, reached once, also hit into a double play sack bunt. That was all on the fault of Hayes. Trying to get a little aggressive, 1-0. Van Divner on deck. 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a ground out for Lauren Van Divner. Grisnick 0 for 3 as well here at the dish now. 2 on, 1 out. 2-0 Titans lead. Grisnick in the air, dropped, finds the glove of Bay. Coach Rodriguez, with it being a 2-run deficit, decides not to test Bay wisely, as that was an absolute dart thrown in by Bay from right. Leps down to their final out. Tying run in scoring position. 2 outs, 2 on, 2-0 West Mifflin. Top of the 7th, Lauren Van Divner. Strikeout, ground out to 2nd. Hayes the tying run at 2nd. Go ahead run standing at the dish in Van Divner. Titans stranded a runner at third last inning. Belle Vernon stranded 7 base runners this afternoon. Dobnak, she struck out 15. 1 out away from victory for West Mifflin. 2-0 Titans on top. And it's the Barry Bonds treatment to Lauren Van Divner, so they will put the go-ahead run aboard for Taylor Beach. Van Divner, the Potomac State recruit, 0 for 3 today, and they'll turn their attention to Taylor Beach. She has struck out twice, but does have a hit today for Belle Vernon. Taylor's driven in 4, the junior. Chance to tie. Bases loaded, 2 outs. First pitch, strike 1 on Taylor Beach. Some frustration from assistant coach Christner in the Belle Vernon dugout. Off that strike 1 call on Beach, the 0-1. Beach rolls it foul. And now 0-2 on Taylor Beach. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 0-2 count on Beach. 2-0 West Mifflin looking to hang on in the top of the 7th. 15 strikeouts today for the right-hander Riley Dobnak. Callaway at third. Hayes at second. Van Divner at first. Tying and go-ahead runs aboard against the junior Dobnak. Heads back to the rosin bag for her hope one final time. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Leopards down to their final strike. Beach 1 for 3 today. Does she have the big hit for Belle Vernon in her? 0-2. As that one misses, Leps live to fight another pitch. 1-2 the count. Bases full of Belle Vernon Leopards. Taylor Beach at the dish. Riley Dobnak looking for strikeout number 16. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The 1-2 ground ball off of Dobnak. She recovers on to first and in time as Dobnak, the gem, as it's a 1-3 retirement of Beach with the bases loaded. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. Belle Vernon leaves them stranded. As we'll step aside, come back, recap right here on MVI Live.
It's time to level up your fitness game with Phase Up Nutrition in Jefferson Hills. Veteran-owned and operated Phase Up has been providing the community with top-quality vitamins and supplements with a priority in providing exceptional customer service. When you walk into Phase Up Nutrition, you'll get one-on-one help tailored to your specific goals. We carry a wide variety of workout supplements, pre-workout and post-workout formulas, and all types of vitamins. Come by Phase Up Nutrition today. Phase Up Nutrition, here to help you surpass those unimaginable goals.
Belle Vernon had them loaded in the 7th. They had a shot, but Riley Dobnak puts the hammer down. The door's been shut. The Titans get win number 3 and section win number 1 as they blank Belle Vernon here today. 2-0 your final score. As the Leopards strand 10 base runners this afternoon. Titans a 2-0 victory. As we will give you a quick recap before sending you on your way here on MVI Live, as Belle Vernon and West Mifflin a scoreless opening 3 frames of play. As first, before we get to that, your Lions Heart Media Player of the Game this afternoon. No surprises here, as it belongs to Dobnak, as Riley Dobnak 15 strikeouts over 7 innings of work. Walked 4, picks up the win, also got 2 hits and scored a run at the dish. West Mifflin, though, would take the lead in the 4th inning after Dobnak would strand the bases loaded with 1 out, back-to-back punch-outs of Hibner and Callaway. Dobnak would come out, a leadoff 2-bagger, and then it was a double by Mia Bay, making it 1-0 West Mifflin. They would add on 1 more, an RBI single by Sigmac, soaring Salapak, and that would be 2-0, and that would be the final, as 2-0 West Mifflin on top of Belle Vernon Titans threatened to add on some insurance in the 6th after an error. That runner was stranded at 3rd. Vernon will load them up in the 7th after a strikeout, a single, a double. It was a pop-up of Grisnick to right, intentional walk of Van Divner, then a 1-3 retirement of Beach to end the afternoon. 2-0 Titans lead. As for Vernon, no runs on 5 hits, 1 errors. They leave 10 on base. The loss goes to Grisnick. For West Mifflin, 2 in the 4th, 2 runs, 8 hits, 1 error, 7 left on base. The winning pitcher, Riley Dobnak, 7 innings, 5 hits, 15 strikeouts, 4 walks. She is your Lions Heart Media player of the game. Time of the game, 1 hour and 54 minutes here this afternoon as the Vernon area Leopards victorious over the West Mifflin Titans victorious over the Vernon area Leopards. 2-0 your final score. West Mifflin will be at Uniontown scheduled on the 4th for Coach Tom Rodriguez's squad. They will be home versus Uniontown, weather permitting, on the 2nd, as that will do it for us here this afternoon from West Mifflin. Your final score, the Titans 2, the Leopards nothing, right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics MVI Live. This has been a presentation of Lions Heart Media on MVI Live.